So you want to be in a brand new community in the heart of Vero, but you don't want to pay that outrageous HOA fee that comes with living in brand new communities, then this video might just be the right one for you. I will say there's kind of a caveat to that low HOA, which will deter most. And, I'm just going to be honest throughout this video and let you know some things that I like, some things that I don't like. But again, in the heart of Vero, 17 minutes away from the beach, 10 minutes away from downtown, super convenient location. The street that it's on is actually very quiet. I mean, that's probably the first car you'll hear for another like 5 minutes or so. But the community we're going to talk about is the Grande Hammock. So there's nothing else to say about this community. We're going to talk about the model home that they have, which is only one, and then there's 6 other models available to build. So let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so we weren't able to do the usual tour of the model home. The one model they do have is currently getting cleaned, so they had their cleaners there pressure washing, polishing the floors, cleaning the windows. But I managed to get some shots, so you'll kind of see some of their equipment and just take that into consideration. But one thing I do want to mention about the model home before we jump inside and tell you a little bit more about the community is that with this 3-bedroom model that they have, Linda did tell me that if you go for the 4-bedroom in this particular model, you're actually going to lose a lot of the bathroom space, which doesn't make it feel as grand as the videos I'm throwing up right now. But you'll lose that portion because it will be the 4th bedroom, so you'll lose one walk-in closet as well. So just kind of keep that in mind, but stick around to the end because Linda told us some things that some clients ran into, and if you're looking for a community with a pool, this may not be the one for you. So before we jump in the model home, please feel free to reach out in advance if you're looking to relocate to Vero Beach. If you're new to the channel, I'm Alex Artiega. I'm a real estate agent that covers the whole Treasure Coast, which, days, nights, weekends. My number is on the screen and I'll let it roll across right now. So if you have any questions or you're worried about moving to Vero Beach, please feel free to reach out. I have a whole team dedicated to getting you in the right location. Okay, so now we're back inside and I'll give you a tour of the home and then we'll go over the area so you know exactly what to expect when you're moving into the Grande Hammock. But as you can see from the picture I'm throwing up right now is you have kind of a separate option. So if you get the 3-bedroom, as you can see from this corner right here, you have a larger bathroom section, and this is what she was mentioning earlier. So you have this 2nd bedroom, which would take up your bath, which would make it much shorter. You lose one walk-in closet because then the shower then has to be replaced there. But as soon as you walk in, you'll have 1 bedroom and 1 bath. And then you enter the dining room, gathering room, the whole kitchen area, and everything is optioned in as far as the upgrades. So what you're seeing on the screen is just kind of their standard Whirlpool appliances, dishwasher, fridge, cabinets, all that stuff, standard with white cabinets and the quartz top. So if you are a wine drinker, just keep that in mind. Your red wines will stain your quartz tops, which can definitely mess it up. So just know that in advance. I'm not much of a wine drinker. I would much rather just have beer, but I know that's a big issue when you're getting quartz. Other than that, it's pretty standard. You have the lanai area, and you could extend the lanai and get that extended patio as well. So other than that, you have your other bathroom, and you can see you enter the master suite. You notice that it's big, spacious, open. Everything's pretty much standard in that master bedroom. And the one that we're walking is the one with the bigger bathroom. So as you could tell, you have these 2 big walk-in closets, big master bath, tub, and standalone shower completely separated, his and her sinks, all that good stuff. The nice thing about this home is that you have, if you option for the 3-bedroom, you have all your bedrooms kind of scattered away from each other. So that's pretty much standard. Now let's go over the community a little bit. Okay, so we're back here at the park/mailbox area, as you can tell. So as soon as you come in, you'll swing a right and pick up your mail before going to your home. But I want to mention a little bit about the HOA fees, just being that they're going to be more affordable than some of the other HOAs we've talked about. You're looking at around $239, and that's going to average to around $80 a month. So it's quarterly, but just note that you are in charge of your own landscaping. So if you need to hire a maintenance service and come out there and take care of that, that's just another cost. But as far as the HOA fees, that's going towards your main gate, landscaping, and there is a property management company as well, so you're contributing to all of that. With some of that, this is, again, your only amenity is the park. So if you have little kids, at least you can take them here. There's no community center, there's no pool, so you're not really paying towards any of that. But let's take you to the other area and we'll talk a little bit more about the pools. If you're looking for a pool home, you might be out of luck. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about living in the Grand Hammock, the area, location, and the pricing. So for that model home that you just saw, you're looking at the Redbud, which is the Redbud 3, and that's at $497, and it's available probably 6 months out. As you can see, you can option this to get the 4 bedroom, but just know that's also going to be an additional price.
More money.
Again, with these communities, you're looking at every time you option something, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, and you can kind of work your way up.
More money.
They are moving pretty quick from what Lisa was telling me, so that's always a good thing. But again, reach out and we'll get you squared away. So now, as you can see, this is the Grand Hammock, and the road we were on in the intro is right here at first. It's relatively quiet. Your kind of your major streets are going to be right down here. So Oslo, you'll hear that be referred to a lot. This is Oslo Road, and it runs east to west, and you could jump on to US1, that whole section right here, or you could go take a right out of the community and go towards 95. But if you take 58th and you want to get to your Home Depot, the mall, all of your shopping, your Marshalls, that kind of those kind of department stores, you take 58th, and it's a short drive. As you can see, you're hitting Sam's Club, Home Depot, Walmart, Target, Lowe's, the mall, and then if you're moving here, you have all your furniture stores right in this section. So this is going to be your major shopping. But if you want something a little bit closer, you also have a Publix up here, but you have a Publix literally 5 minutes away from you. If that, I think it was like 4 minutes something. So it's right here off of Oslo Road, and then you have your Winn-Dixie, which, just a fun fact, Aldi's bought Winn-Dixie, so there's speculation that might turn into an Aldi's. I don't know if what your thoughts are on that, but you have the skate factory right here. You have Oslo Middle School, and then you have your your recreation, your parks, all that stuff right here. So it's going to be a 17-minute drive to the beach. So you could take Oslo Road, hit US1, and you could go up north. And if you take the first bridge, which will be your 17th Street Bridge, you're going to have the Four Corners, which I've discussed in a couple other videos. I'll kind of make an update video because it's taking longer than expected. It is they're going to have shopping, dining, a rowing team. It's just, they're converting the old power plant and water treatment plant into, something a little bit more young and vibrant. Some locals aren't the biggest fan of it. Some people are looking for something a little bit fresh, in my opinion. I think it's a good thing, but I also think that FP&L being the only, service provider for the whole southeast part of Florida isn't typically the best. So just being frank and transparent. But you take the 17th Street Bridge, you could get to South Beach Park, and then you'll have your restaurants, shops. And then if you take Highway A1A, you can go to Ocean Drive, and you have more of your boutiques and some more traditional kind of mom and pop style shops. You have Waldo's, which is like an outdoor bar that's been around since the 70s, I believe. Okay, so now you're done with Ocean Drive, and if you want to know more information, I'll throw a video up. But you could take the Merrill P. Barber Bridge, head south, and Miracle Mile, what you'll hear people refer to, is right here. This is going to be your Miracle Mile section, so just keep that in mind. And then if you want to go to downtown, this is going to be your downtown area. So it's 15th, 14th Street. You have your Vero Beach pickleball courts if you're a fan of pickleball. Pocahontas Park, which is like a little kids park, and they have swings and a playground, all that good stuff. And you have plenty of local restaurants all down here. There's a barber shop, and you have American Icon, which is a great place to get some food. And it says brewery, but you can also get liquor there, as well as it has more than just your traditional brewery where it's just beer, and then an occasional food truck. They actually serve food and everything. If you want to go to a great brewery, go to Walking Tree, which is right over here next to the Jackie Robinson Sports Training Complex. which is another great area. If you're not familiar, this is where the Vero Beach Dodgers used to play, and then it was the Devil Rays, and then it was the, I believe, Maryland Stone Crab. So that's just this area. You have the Vero Beach Airport, which is getting more popular with Breeze Airlines coming in. I've mentioned it a couple times, but it's really cheap flights. They go to Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, and they're expanding. So if you have family in that area, this is a great, convenient airport. It's relatively affordable, just considering you're taking one-way flights to those areas, and it's pretty cheap. So other than that, you could see that you have the Vero Beach Regional Airport and the Grand Hammocks right there. So you have maybe a 12-minute drive, if that. So you're 17 minutes away from the beach, and Vero's kind of known for being a 15-minute town. Everywhere you are in Vero, you're about 15 minutes away from the beach. It definitely could be shorter, but I mean, being 15 minutes away from the beach and you're looking at a gated community on a quiet road in the 490s, that's probably going to be one of your better options, unless you want a pool, which we will dive into right now. Okay, so as you can tell, this community is obviously really new, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the pools like I mentioned earlier. So as you can see, this whole lake area is really going to be the only area where you can put a pool in your backyard. Linda was going over some issues that another client had where they purchased the home, they had a pool builder come out, and sadly the only thing they could get is a lap pool, and it would take up their whole backyard. So if you get anything on the perimeter portion of this community, then you're not going to get a pool. If you are, it's going to be a lap pool, and you will lose any type of greenery backyard that you had. But if you don't mind not having a pool, you could purchase a perimeter lot and you're perfectly okay. Okay, so you heard me talking about the pool, and I just wanted to kind of show you on the site map, because there is going to be around 97 homes. This is the model right here. They have sold all the way up until this section right over here, and this is the playground area right down here. So as you're looking at this map, the lake section is all right here, and as you can see, you have a little bit more room to build a pool. So if you're getting anything around this lake, you'll be able to get more than a lap pool, which is definitely a plus. Just keep that in mind. If you're looking to have a pool in your backyard, you're definitely going to have to get something along this section, which is good to know. So just keep that in mind. That's also a plus. Now back to the Grand Hammock, and if you want to go south and hit Fort Pierce area, I mean, that's still a convenient drive. You take Oslo, head south. You can see you have the McKee Botanical Garden, so you could always check that out. You have your Publix and other shopping centers. But if you want to go to Fort Pierce and you want phenomenal seafood, head down here, check out 12A Buoy, and you could take this bridge, and these have beautiful beaches all down here, and there's also marinas. So if you have a boat and you want to store it close, but you can also store it in Sebastian, and you could take the Sebastian Inlet and go out into the sea. So there's a lot of things to do in Fort Pierce, and Fort Pierce is actually getting a stop for the Bright Line. So if you're maybe a 20-minute drive away, you could head down south, make it a whole occasion, get on the Bright Line, shoot up to Orlando, and it's a 20-minute drive versus an hour 30, depending on where you're going in Orlando. So just keep that in mind. You have a 20-minute drive down south. You can relax the whole way up, take the Bright Line, or you can even head down south to Miami. But you're centrally located in the heart of Vero. Again, everything's super close, and that's pretty much it for the Grand Hammock. Okay, so I hope you found this information to be useful. If you did, leave a like. Could you see yourself living in the Grand Hammock or in Vero Beach in general? If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. If you want to know everything about Vero Beach, things to do, where to live, where to go, then this is the channel for you. I'll leave my information on the screen if you want to reach out and you're considering moving to Vero Beach. We'll make it a smooth transition. Me and my team would love to help get you here in the right location so you are stress-free, or as stress-free as possible. But that's all for the video. I will see you guys in the next one.